And for my next piece, produced by myself, featuring Malcolm Jamal.
And welcome back to another special edition of Grind Music and Repeat. Got your boy Draquan, Hood Rock TV. Y'all already know what we doing over here. And we back again. Y'all want to say shout out to the listeners, the subscribers, the people that comment and hit that like button. Keep on doing that joint so we can Grind Music Repeat every day of the week. Got a special guest with me today, TY the God.
TY the God. Hey, to the gods too.
And he got the Akuma bees on.
Oh,
Yo,
yeah.
hey, yo, he different. He different with it, yo. So last time we spoke. We spoke about the motel still streaming on YouTube and Audio Mac. We spoke a little bit about what was that? Gods of War.
Gods of War.
Unconscious Rap 2. Now today we get to speak about the latest release, To the Gods.
To the gods too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. The mirror work.
How do we get here, yo?
A whole lot of time trajectory.
Yeah.
Yeah, a whole lot of time trajectory. Processes, progresses.
Yeah.
The two, I find them as synonymous.
Yeah.
Can't have no progress without your process.
Okay. So like getting to the name, you know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna play with them on Grind Music and Repeat. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like your artistry is like, you know, in the upper echelon, especially like when it comes to how much of your thoughts go into your work. So like let's get into the name of it. Like how do we even get that from that? Like where does that come from?
So we have to start back at the grassroots then. All right, so To the Gods, Uno is I decided I wanted to do something very, very like esoteric, something very different for who it was intended for. Yeah. This is the first time I really like honed in on a certain demographic, a certain like targeted audience. Okay. So from building from there to getting to where we are now, just like this long process of like life experiences and wisdom, where I felt on the first one I was more seeking. Okay. And then so now on the turnaround on the back end is more teaching, the things that I acquired during that time.
Okay. So like what? Well, no. I wouldn't even. Well, yeah, I got to. I'm sorry. What separates this from, you know what I'm saying, like any of your other releases? Like, what about this one is a little bit different than most? Not as far as like your state of being or where you living now, like mentally, but I'm saying as far as like just the music alone, as far as the art, like what separates this one from like your other pieces? The time that I put into it, the study that I put into it, the effort, and ultimately the work. There was a whole lot more work into this one, like years of building the pieces, and then the sequence and just everything, like all the different boxes that I had to check off, you know, all the hundreds of hours of review, you know, just taking that back into the lab, because I find a little discrepancy, like versus what I visualized for it. Taking it back in 100,000 times, you know, per piece. Okay. What's the toughest part of putting something like this together? Like whether it's before it come out or how you push it after it come out, like what's the toughest part? Like any part of the process, like coming up with song titles or even like you say sequences, what's the toughest part, TY?
I'll probably say, like a person getting into the gym or something and they know that they want that certain result, or let's say like a fighter, whenever they got to, you know, have that weight cut before the weigh in to make sure they're in that class or something. Just a certain conditioning and like how tough I had to be on myself at times, knowing the result that I wanted in the end. Being just super critical. Just being very critical about everything. And trying to listen to it from a bias, like I'm against it. Like to listen to it, to find flaw in it, each time that I review it.
So like that level of like being critical, you think that's where like you could kind of like turn some of your mistakes into gold.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. Cause I see it like as a like where you just take it, you know, with the fine tooth comb and stuff like that. But it's sometimes where it's like, well, I'm gonna like it because it's mine's already. You know what I'm saying? So like it's
removing
like
that bias.
that's you stole the words.
Yeah.
You stole the words.
Can't have a bias towards it just because it's my own.
Yeah.
You know, it's my own craft. I had to listen to it from a place of, all right, I'm somewhere different now, a month later. So I don't have that recent bias no more. Let me listen to it again. Let me see. You know?
Yeah, I think I use that more in my writing process than anything. Like, cause I feel like if I get it all, I get these 16s right, my hook tightened up, everything where it need to be, then I'm good. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I know if I have a flaw in what I wrote, then I know I ain't gonna like it in the song.
Exactly.
And then I end up not listening to the song, bro, just cause that one little part, bro.
Right. So
one little part.
I was just trying to remove all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like, what's one of your favorite tracks up there, or not even if you can't pick a favorite whole song, give me a favorite verse that you you know what I'm saying, that walk with you and live with you.
I would say as a favorite of mine, it would have to be Blues and Reds.
Ooh. Okay. Yeah. What would make you, I mean, other than it's your creation, you know, I know you nice, you know what I'm saying, but other than
no
that,
bias.
Yeah.
But
other than that,
I say Blues and Reds is really, really important because it's the message of like unity, solidarity, and just being together as a cohesive unit through all different types of separations, through all types of politics, and you know what may have you, of just realizing like, hey, we're the same in a way at the end of the day, no matter you know which side we from or whatever. So the Blues and Reds keep all the infiltration out, bring the peace in, keep the love in, and keep it tight. Okay.
Do you feel like it's tougher for artists to push those kind of messages than other kind?
I wouldn't think so. I think it's just more of less artists trying to push those types of messages, because we can normalize anything, right? If it's done enough,
right? Yeah. Okay. All right. So like, what like keep you what's something that keeps you in that place of wanting to come back and put together music or put together albums, or what's something that keep that flame lit? Because it's like sometimes like there ain't gonna be no acceptance or no approval and stuff like that. So it's like, what's one of your motivating factors, or if you got more than one, you know what I'm saying, without giving up your secrets and stuff like that, but like that kind of thing like that keep you inspired to keep on creating?
Life. Art imitates life. They often say, that's a big thing for me. Keeping every piece of the art that we project through audio, keeping it transparent, but finding that balance, like that sweet spot between keeping it transparent and vulnerable without oversaturating it with victimhood. Okay. Like if we can speak about something that we went through, that we're going through in a positive way, versus, you know, the pain songs versus the sad songs. You know, some of those are great, but it's not really productive, and it can't really feed the consumer if we're trying to get them out of it and then make more of a positive world, you know, a positive outlook. You know, so I think life would be the main inspiration. Love, just does these type things, and struggles. Struggles.
Yeah. And I noticed that like throughout the whole To the Gods like series, like the way that you introduce your songs,
Right.
Like, and for my next piece.
Right.
Like, other than like just the artistry kind of back thought of that.
Right.
What made you do that? And then when you did that the first time, did you think like, I'm gonna do that again?
I wanted it to feel like something different.
Mm-hmm.
And I wanted to be breaking like a wall of awareness.
Okay.
Of letting the listener know, like to stay present.
Mm-hmm.
And be aware of like where you are. So it's like kind of like this idea of that I'm following a theme of guiding them and navigating them through each piece. Yeah. So instead of there's certain terminology that goes with it. So instead of saying like songs or records, I call each one of them pieces. Yeah. You know, so I go with this theme of that they're actually in this auditory gallery. Instead of being inside of a mixtape or an album, they're in an auditory gallery because I'm painting pictures.
That's amazing, man. Yeah, auditory gallery.
Yeah,
I like that, man. So like, when you do that, and for my next piece, like, do you like, is the title of the next track like hinge upon how you gonna say it, or is it already worked in there? Like, cause like I noticed like you say for my next piece, Mula Dahara, and then for my next piece you got Genesis. You know what I'm saying? Then you got Revelations and stuff like that. Like, how do those titles tie into like what you actually represent, or is it just like, oh, that's something I made the song about, and that's just what I made?
Oh no, each like titling and each like description is different. Yeah, it's just depending on like what it is, because it may be certain ones where I may say something like you know, without further ado, my next piece, or you know, or I might have some where I've got a little bit more, you know, humor into it. Yeah. It just kind of depends on where I am within the list, within the track list, or you know, which piece it is, and like what it calls for. Yeah,
it's very detailed. I could see that you really put a lot of time into this. I could see that like your content, like your subject matter, like it's all aligned on a certain level. Right. And that's like a different level of artistry that most people is gonna be used to. Right. So for somebody that's not familiar with, you know what I'm saying, like what you create your art about, or even if we just say, yo, well, what you rap about, you know what I'm saying? Like, or yeah, let's get to that one. And I ain't gonna do that to you. I got one more. Yeah. So if they don't know, you know what I'm saying, exactly how you do what you do, you know what I'm saying, what's a couple words to describe that?
I'll say I'm really astute. I'm very like focused. Yeah. Detail oriented. And just vibey. Yeah. Like whatever like the vibe is, I can adapt to it. Like if it's something really, really upbeat. Yeah. You know, I have some very, very upbeat records during this, during these pieces. Yeah. This To the Gods too, Mirror Work. There's some very upbeat stuff in there. Some of it kind of more somber sounding, a lot of different vibes. So I could just snap into like different, wherever I need to be when that moment calls for it.
Yeah. Okay. So like how you got so many layers with this, like your double entendres sometimes could be triples or quadruples, you know what I'm saying? So like creating music like that, what's a message in your music that you want you will always want your listeners to understand?
The work. The work, the time, the effort, that I'm not just giving you anything. You know what I'm saying? Like it's gotta be more than nothing. Yeah. You know, it can't just be just any type of thing. Like with me, because I have a certain standard of what I create, you know, in what I create, is because it has to come from a certain place, or I won't make it, or if I do fail that filtering process and I do still make it, it'll never see the light of day. I won't release it.
Okay. I mean, I got to do it, yeah. I got to tell you what. What's up with that interlude, yo? what you doing with that, yo? Like when I first heard the idea and then listening to it now, Like it's just how you get there?
I wanted to make a piece about being present.
Yeah.
The interlude is titled Today, but I wanted to keep that awareness of the present, but I also wanted to give them something to look forward to.
Yeah.
You know, so what's after today?
Yeah.
You know, what's after today?
Yeah.
So that's how that piece came about. Just some inspiration of, I'm talking about some things that we could have went through today, and the gratitude that we should always keep, no matter what it is we go through today.
Let me get that. Yeah. Let me get that. Yeah, bro. So, I mean, congratulations on this to the guys, bro. Two. Hey, we're gonna have this link down here in the description on YouTube. And we're going to have the link to the guys 1 up there too also. And while you there, check out more music from TY the God or TY-Martyr. You know what I'm saying? We know a lot more, but we're going to keep it like that right there. I don't know if he wanted all of that out the bag yet. So like, all right, if we could like, I wouldn't say like, you know, time travel a little bit, but like looking ahead, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like what's something else we could come to expect from TY?
More visual. I plan to have more visually, just more accessible work. Yeah. In the upcoming months. But I realize we're in this visual age, you know, so seeing is believing. So they really got to see it and feel it's tangible. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do with them. We're gonna give them some visual.
Oh yeah. Hey, wait till they see you today, baby. I said, yo. You gonna do that? I ain't, you know, we got something going on right here. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
The light in the dark. And that's the thing. Like, you got a message you want to leave them before we get up out of here?
Find yourself something to believe in. If you don't have anything, you know, even at times, if it gotta be yourself temporarily to lead you back to wherever it is that you need to be, you know, believing in. Yeah. Always put something first. Yeah. And keep something first. Yeah. Because that'll keep you focused. Yeah.
Oh yeah. That's Grind.Music.Repeat right there. That grind where it's about like it might be raining or it might be cold. That sun might be beaming down, you sweating, going, you know what I'm saying? All of that. Then that music sometimes like that's something that might keep us off the ground. You know what I'm saying? A little song or a little beat and something like that. And then we repeat that process. You know what I'm saying? That's what we do over here. Cause Grind.Music.Repeat, man. If it ain't about music, we really can't use it, yo. So go ahead, drop that like, drop that comment, go ahead, share this to somebody. You know what I'm saying? We might could lift somebody up, help somebody get in the studio today if that's what we could do. Right. Man, we trying to grind music and repeat every day of the week, man. Yeah, he with it. He with it. Yo, to the guys, yo. TY, to the guys too. TY again. Check that out. We're gonna have both of them down there in the description, yo. Let's go ahead and try to share. Try to get it, you know what I'm saying? Let's try to get this one up there. Try to put some points on the board, yo. TY.
Oh yeah.
Nice to have you, bro. Oh yeah, bro. Hey. I wish you luck on your latest release, man. I know that you're gonna keep working and stuff like that. Hey, and if y'all didn't know, hey man, you got pieces from all of the guys up there too, like that right there. Yeah. And then it's just a powerful message that everybody could come around and support. You know what I'm saying? This my guy right here. You know, he nice, but it ain't just cause he nice. You know what I'm saying? He actually efficient with what he do, you know what I'm saying? And that's what it is. He precise with it. And every time, you know what I'm saying, I see something like this going on, bro, we gotta highlight it, yo. Yeah, man. So shout out y'all for sticking in tune with us on this episode, man. Shout out to TY again, to the guys too.
All right, the mirror work. Peace to the guys.
Oh yeah.
Love you.
All right. Y'all hold it down.
Lost in the world thinking that you cannot seek. There's always a clock ticking that we cannot see.
I've been feeling worthy again, like feeling worth it again.